What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are finally installing a new exhaust for my Audi R8. I decided to go with the FI exhaust, so huge shout out to Will over at a90shop.com. I'll have a link to his new website down in the description below. He's a supplier for the FI exhaust as well as multiple other parts for different brands as well. So definitely check out that link. But I'm super excited. Now this R8 had an exhaust on it when I bought it, but to me it just wasn't loud enough. I had an active system on my last R8 and I cannot wait to install this. It's going to be a lot of work. We're budgeting around 2 days to do this just because we have to take most of the back end apart. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. So it's been about an hour and a half and we've made it this far where we just took the rear bumper off there. It's not really a hard project, but there are a lot of bolts that you have to take out in order to get this far. And we're still maybe not even halfway there, but it's not the first time that I've done this either. I had another Audi R8. So if you want to see more details on how to do this, I'll link that video down in the description below. But as you can see, we have the rear bumper here. I have new exhaust tips, which is going to be really nice to see. Some components from the engine bay here because we have to remove a lot in order to get back here. So next up, we have the crash bar we have to remove. We have the heat shield as well. We do have to pop this spoiler up to gain better access to the top of the heat shield. And you can see just underneath my air filters here, we have my stock cats, which I won't be replacing. Maybe at some point I will, but we're working from here back. So we have great access to these clamps on both sides. We do also have to remove the taillights as well. All right, so another hour has passed and we're working on what would be the most delicate part of this process, working on these V-band clips. Now, when we did this on my other R8, we didn't have the right tools and ended up stripping the bolt. I think we had to cut it off, right?
We replaced the whole band.
We replaced the whole band. And then once I get both of these loose, we have 4 red hangers that you'll see, and those are the only 4 bolts that hold the entire exhaust and heat shield.
So to get out this V-band, the best thing is to use like a tire changing tool.
Alright, that's one side.
So you guys can see how these are coming off. There's 3 separate pieces holding this V-band.
There we go. And there it is. Alright, so attempt number 1 to remove this. There we go. Yeah. Wow. Woo! So let's do a quick comparison between this one and my new FI exhaust. You can already tell. Look at the size difference already.
You can see these Stasis exhausts that were taken off just has 2 big mufflers. It's not active, so it's just like a sport exhaust versus the big old 70-pounder you get stock. The FI has a much smaller single muffler to where when the valves are closed, they're going to go through these smaller pipes and be muffled and then come out of these tailpipes. And then valves open, it's full straight pipe through the X pipe, full muffler delete. Pretty sick looking already.
Now, not to say this one doesn't sound good. This is way better than the stock exhaust. Should we put in that clip right now?
Yeah, let's give you guys a quick listen between stock and then the current setup. And then at the end of the video, of course, we'll show you what the FI is, which that's going to be crazy. I mean, we already know.
I can't wait. So I'll have this one for any R8 owners if you want to buy this exhaust. Of course, I'll clean it up. I don't know how long it's been on the car. But yeah, I think it's time to start installing the new one. So we do have to transfer the heat shield, which unfortunately is going to cover this entire thing. Before we start doing all of the wiring for the active exhaust system, we're going to start this up and see what it's like. So we don't have anything wired to the remote. This is going to be probably as loud as it's going to be, especially with a cold start too. Are you ready, Bri? Yeah. All right, let's hit it. That's pretty loud, Bri. Pretty good sounding, I think. Obviously there's some stuff coming out of the exhaust because that's the first startup. Yeah, that's pretty loud.
So if I remember from the previous R8, we'll just kind of use the gap because the factory air line sensor thingy is right in here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the main area. We're gonna hook the vacuum line on the outside of the heat shield.
We ran it through the crash bar, didn't we? All the way to the passenger
yeah.
side.
But under here, we're gonna use one of the metal T-splice pieces. And then the valves are actually right on the underside. So
you can see it right there. So while Brian's doing that, we're basically just going to work our way back to front so we can get all of this set up because we know that's easier to do. And then this kit did come with extra wiring, so we can lengthen that if we need to get all the way to the battery, of course.
So we just got both valves all set up with the vacuum lines. You can see I even used the extra hole in the lower bracket to help guide the vacuum line. That way nothing's gonna get pinched, nothing's gonna hit, the transmission or part of the exhaust or anything like that. And then it goes right up on the back side of the heat shield. That way it's all out of the way and the bumper's not gonna mess it up or anything like that. It won't get pinched. And then it just goes up underneath the taillight towards that factory unit. So to now get all the valves squared away, I have the vacuum line that you just saw us do from the mufflers. That one is gonna go straight into the solenoid provided with the kit. It goes into the black plastic spot on the upper portion. We'll just give that a firm push and that's all connected. Next up, what you're gonna wanna do, at least for the R8, and this is similar to the other Lamborghinis and things like that, we're gonna pull the vacuum line off the factory module. The stock air tank is this thing with the 3 bubbles. FI does supply you with a new air tank. So this one right here is the factory line, basically going to the vacuum source on the engine. So we're gonna connect this one-way valve, white side to the engine, and I could always use some zip ties maybe just to make sure they're secure. And from there, looks like I'm gonna take some extra vacuum lining. I don't really need too much, but I can afford like a foot or so. So we'll take a foot from there, going from this one-way valve on the black side now. And then from there, we're gonna use one of the plastic tees, connect that into it, and then I'll need a little bit of tubing to connect the air tank and then connect it to the solenoid. All right, so we went ahead and finished everything up. You can see the air tank, we have it zip tied to the frame rail, and then all of those other modules for the vacuum lining and the wire connections are all connected. We have the blue plug all connected to the extra wiring, and then that's running to the module in here, which right now it says off, and if he already hits on with the remote, you can see it say on, and I heard a switch, so I think so far something's working correctly.
It sounds like it.
Then this one is going to the OBD2 port, and then this one, the wire goes all the way up into the battery. So this is of course just a test fit. So let's start it up. It might do the cold start, so we'll just keep it off, let it die down, and then we will play with it and see how it goes. All right, it already died down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. First try.
First try.
We got it first try.
All right, so here's off.
So this is off. Whoa!
Once I heard that, I was like, you need to plug your ears.
Yeah.
All right, so ready?
Yeah.
Woo! Baby, that's gonna sound good. Ears off.
Dude,
That was the same rev.
that sounds so good. Difference.
All right, let's not annoy the neighbors here.
Whoa!
What?
That sounds insane. Go ahead and turn it off. There's a huge difference already. Valve open versus valve closed.
Wow.
Dude, and we got that on the first try.
That's impressive.
No joke.
I mean,
We got that on the first try.
technically, we did it on another R8, but still.
But hey, it's been 2-3 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Dude, it smells a little bit, but that'll come off.
Wow.
I'm excited. Now we just have to hide everything. Onto the exhaust tips now. I got these custom powder coated in wrinkle black. I think that's gonna look really cool against my white. Just will make them pop a little bit more. And so we have 4 bolts holding in the stock one there. I have 3 of them out. So I just need to remove the last one here. And from there you can see we have a pretty good size difference in the staggeredness, I guess you can say, of the exhaust tips, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna look sick. We already have the other side all in. Definitely cooler than the factory polish ones. That's gonna look really, really cool. So now I guess we're just gonna go ahead and button everything up, guys, and catch up with you tomorrow morning and rip on the R8.
So it's a brand new day, and we ended up spending just under 12 hours yesterday on this project, but I can't wait to get this out on the road. So we're gonna do the first cold startup. It is pretty quiet in our neighborhood today, but we're gonna start it up in loud mode just to see what it's like. And I'm gonna play with it to see if I can start it up in quiet mode, just so we don't annoy the neighbors. But here's the first official cold startup with the car back together.
That's loud.
Adjust it.
You can?
Yeah. This is on, and then this is off. I think I can adjust it.
Not bad.
Yeah. Let's go for a ride.
Yeah, even with the cold startup, which the car does anyways, you can actually do the valve open or close. So now that it's idling, you can hear idling with it open. And then when it closed, that whole V8 gurgle kind of goes away. That's super sick.
All right, so we did have some fun messing with the valves on our way home last night, but we're gonna start off in quiet mode where I think it's kind of similar to the stock exhaust. That's getting up to around 5,000 RPM there, and you probably can't even hear it on camera. We'll go back down to second. So I mean, it has a good tone to it if you just want to cruise around. Now with the flip of a switch, you can already hear that. It is definitely much louder. All right, so for test number one, he's going to rev with the valves off and then take off with them off as well. I don't think it's gonna be too exciting to hear just because that's everything closed, of course. But look at how good the R8 looks. All right, so here we go. That's actually not too bad. The rev was actually pretty good. So it's awesome that it has both of those tones. So on his way back, he's gonna flip it to valves on. And that exhaust, I had to plug my ears behind the camera there. That was crazy loud. Oh, that sounds so good. It really livens up the R8. Even with the V8 engine, that sounds incredibly good. Here he comes. That sounds so good. Woo! Wow. I think I'm gonna drive around with the valves open all the time, you guys. All right, last acceleration. Oh, that sounds so good. So my overall thoughts of this exhaust, it wasn't that hard to install. It actually lined up pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Everything went into place just like it was supposed to. We have the easy system. You can actually use the auto mode too, which I'm not going to use, but there's also an app you can get on your phone, which I haven't looked into yet. For me, I'd rather just have the remote there, but it's great that you have the different options depending on what you'd like to use.
I think FI did a killer job on this exhaust, especially even comparing it to the active exhaust he had on the old R8. I think this sounds meatier with the valve open. It just has that gurgly V8 rumble, and then when the valves close, it sounds almost stock, but still good.
And it's nice too that I haven't been out on the highway yet, but with the valves open, you can definitely hear the exhaust.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a drone to it, but it's loud.
Yeah.
So if I'm out on the highway, I can put it off and just have a more comfortable ride.
I think this with the valves closed is quieter than the sport exhaust you just had on it.
Yeah, which is nice.
Perfect blend. I think when you get an active exhaust, you really want night and day difference. The old system you had on the old car, it was louder and even louder.
Yeah.
This is quiet and aggressive and awesome. Like, sounds insane. And once again, huge shout out to Will from a90shop.com, which that's a Toyota Supra modification website. He made a new website called Eventide Motorsports, and that's going to cater more towards kind of the whole spectrum of cars. He's an FI distributor, so if you have any kind of car, talk to him about getting an FI exhaust for your car and other cool parts. We'll have everybody linked down below. Mike, final thoughts on the FI exhaust? You've been wanting one since day one on this R8.
It's been a while. Since my last R8 had it, I knew I had to do it again on this car. And I'm glad that it had the exhaust that it had on it. Much better than stock. So again, if you're interested in that exhaust, let me know. But I think I'm going to be ripping around, maybe causing a little bit of trouble with how loud this exhaust is. We're going to do one last acceleration from second gear, pedal to the floor. It definitely livens up this car. We gotta do one last rev match here. May have messed that up a little bit, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video installing the new FI exhaust system on my Audi R8. I hope you guys enjoyed today's review. Give it a huge thumbs up and smash that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to our daily uploads. We're gonna go rip it in the R8.